So in this today's class, we are going to see about, so we are going to see about in details about what is a VDM, and then what are the different types of VDMs that are available in SAP, and so what is an annotation. So before going to that, VDM stands for Virtual Data Models. So basically, we will be creating VDMs because we will so for any application, in order to show the application, in order to uh, in order to showcase any application over on a Fury app. So you can use it on a Fury app, or you can use it for like different tools in Tableau you can able to use, or anywhere you can able to use these mediums. So just so why we will be creating, we will enrich the data, will enrich the data. So what type of a data? So by joining of multiple database tables. So, so joining of multiple database tables, and we will do the required aggregations, the required calculations slash derivations, whatever the derivations slash calculations that are needed for the business. So based upon your business requirement, whatever the derivations we are needed, that. So for that, we will be creating this virtual database model, and we will be showcasing that to a Fury app using an analytical query app. So with the help of this query app, so in this analytical query app, we can able to see our VDM. So which type of VDM? All VDMs we can able to use. So in that, which VDM we will be using, I'll be letting you know. So once we completed about what are the different types of VDMs that are available. So we can able to see our VDM over there, and based on that, we will create the Fury app, Fury application, and we will assign a tile. So we'll assign a tile to that using a transaction called as slash IWFND slash, sorry, not this one, my bad, slash FLDP underscore custom. So slash FLDP underscore, I guess this is the transaction code. So based up with the help of this, we will be creating a group, and we will be assigning the catalog. So first of all, we will be assigning this catalog. We will be creating this catalog, and we will be assigning to the group. This group will be assigned to our users. So whatever the users we have, so for that users, we will be assigning this group. Once the group has been, once this user has been assigned to this group, once we create a new Fury tile, that will be, so once the user open the Fury, he can able to view that tile. So this is the purpose of creating a VDM. So VDM is nothing but, so in an enrich, semantically enriched CDS views. So what is that enrich? In case of like whatever the calculations, or whatever the derivations, or whatever they want concatenations of 2 or 3 fields, whatever they required. So we will be doing that, and we will be exposing that into a Fury tile or analytics for Office, or Tableau or BW, wherever they want, they can able to use that. So this is called as your virtual data models. Now, what are the different types of VDMs that are available in SAP? So in SAP, we do have 3 types of VDMs. One is a basic, one is the composite, and the last one is your consumption. So these are the three things. So majorly, we will be using, in order to expose that into a Fiori app, this consumption view will be used. So Fiori application. So complete Fiori. In this, remember, in this, we will never ever use any joins. We will never ever use any joins or associations or anything, or concatenations, no derivations, no calculations. Just it's a view which we will have only the fields and the required annotations like your end user annotation and user annotation. The second one is UI annotations, or if you have any foreign key annotations like that, semantic annotations or aggregation annotations, only the annotations and whatever the required fields. So the main source for this consumption view is your composite view. Where we will be getting the data from this consumption for this consumption view. The data will be get from this composite view. Only the data will be gets. So can we get the data from your basic? No. So in backside, why? Because you'll be netting, once I explain your composite view. So consumption view, the basic data comes from your composite view. So now let's go to this composite view. Composite view is all the calculations, aggregations, or I mean to say calculations is nothing but aggregations, concatenations, everything, whatever you want, or joining of multiple views, or you can say association or joinings of your multiple views, everything, or you will write union. If you want, you can call your CDS table view functions, everything. Table view functions, everything you can able to do this in your composite view. In this composite view, you will be having basically the you will be providing an annotations. What type of an annotation? Like your dimensions, whether it's you want to create it as a cube or whether you want to create it as an factorial or anything. So basically it will be combination of master data plus transaction data. transaction data. So the master data and your transactional data, you will be providing that in your composite view, I would say. So this joining of data will be done in your basic view, because remember that in this composite and consumption view, we will note this is in this we will in this composite and your consumption, we will never ever use the backend tables. The backend tables like your Mara, Marci, Mardi, all these things. Whatever the transactional data that will be get stored in the database tables, that we will never ever use. So this has to become only from your CDS views. So the tables data has to be done in your basic. So here we will be writing just joining of joining of your database tables. So all your database tables joining will be happen only in your basic. So the composite view, the source for the composite view is from your basic. So why they have been written, why they have been done like this? What will happen if I use the tables in your composite? Nothing will happen, I would say. But joinings will be huge. Joinings will be huge. So the lot of joinings. In this joinings of basic tables, we will be getting the text tables joins, the text table joins. Let's say, for example, if I want the material and it's the plant details, the plant, or I can say, let's say the storage location details. So now along with the material, I need the plant details, I need the storage location details, the plant address details, the storage location address details, or I can say the BP details. The text tables, for everything you will be having your text tables, right? So all those joinings, everything will be done in your basic. In this, not only joining of your basic tables, we can also join join basic VDMs, multiple basic VDMs also. So that is how SAP has been segregated, so that so that the data will be, while retrieving the data, it will be very faster. Very faster. So that's the main reason they have been determined like this. Okay, so these are the three things. So now what is the annotation we will be using in case of this one? So you will be having an annotation called as what is that? Yeah, at the rate VDM at the rate VDM dot view type. So here you will be using either hash basic, or you can use this as hash composite, or you can use this as hash consumption. Hash your consumption. So these are the three views that you will be creating. So now in order to create, basically we will be creating this consumption view for your analyticals. So that I told you analyticals to view the large number of data. So let's say I want to see the trial balance report for last 3 years or 5 years or 7 years or 10 years. I want to see what is the gross profit or what is the loss, how much gain we got or how much loss we got, uh, how much this how much the customer has been brought from us from the last 5 years, so that I can provide some additional discount. Like that, I want to get the historical data. So if I want to get this from your different tables, it's very highly difficult. The system will be running too slow. So in this, if you are going ahead with these in these VDMs, the retrievation is very faster. Very faster. Not only this, if you go this composite view, you can use that composite view in various consumption views or in various composite views. In case of basic views also, as I told you, we can join basic VDMs. We can join. So that's where the data retrieval is very faster. So what are the keywords that we will be using? What are the main, I would say, the analytical annotations that we will be using in case of your VDM. So along with this VDM view type, you will also use something called as at the rate analytics dot data category. ANA, sorry, ANA LYTICS dot data category. In this, you can able to use either your factorial, or you can able to use your cube, or you can able to use your dimension. Dimension, dimension, dimension. Now, what is this? I would say the factorial or dimensions or your cube. Okay. Okay, so what is this? Factorials. So factorials holds the value we can measure or extract based on filter. This generally represents for your transactional data. Whereas dimensions, like for your master data, like your customer personal, these key factors to derive our analysis. These are general attributes. So if you are writing it on your master data, then we will be using analytics.data category is equal to dimension. In case of your basic data, you can use your dimension. So when you're creating, so what is the other one? So if you are creating a basic CDS view, basic VDM, we will be using first thing is at the rate VDM dot view type. So you will be writing this as your hash basic, or you can also use in analytics dot data category. So as we are going to create a basic, what we will be using, we will be using this as your dimension. So this is for your, in case of your master data dimension. So this is in case of your master data. So whereas in case of your transactional data, when you're creating a basic CDS view, so you will be using VDM dot view type is equal to hashtag your basic and at the rate in L by DICS analytics dot data category is equal to, you will be writing your factorial. So in case of your transactional data, you will be writing this as your factorial. In case of your basic data, you will be writing this as your dimension. So these are the main two things. Now, cube. So when you are writing your consumption composite view, you will be using this cube. So the annotations both are the same. In case of basic, you will be writing this as composite, hash composite, and data categories is equal to cube. So what is this cube will do? So when we connect all the factorials and the dimensions, so it will create as a cube. So that's why we will be calling this. Once we come up with a cubes which represents the factual data. So which data you will be reference? Factual data. So which is combination of your dimension plus factorial. So as I told you. So now this two things we will be using this one. Okay. So in case of this one. Okay, so this is what. So this is what your composition. So whereas in consumption, you will be using this as factorial only because that is also combination of a dimension. So because the basic data will be come from your composite view in your consumption. And if you want to create an analytical query, so I have created a consumption view. Consumption view I have created, let's say. So now this consumption view. So what is the annotation we will be writing? VDM dot view type. You will be writing this as your consumption. And then if I want to expose to an analytical query app, analytical queries, you will be using at the rate ANALYTICS analytics. ANALY analytics dot query is equal to true. When you mention this annotation, now in the analytical query app, then only you can able to see your query. Once you maintain this analytical query app, once you maintain this, so once you maintain this annotations, so you will be having a query browser. In this, whatever the analytical query app you created this as true, then you can able to view that CDS view. You can able to view that your CDS view. So this is all about your in detail about your what are the different types of CDS, what are the different types of virtual with different types of VDMs we will be having, and what is a VDM, what are the different types of VDMs, or what are the different types of annotations we will be using on your VDMs. Okay, so now so this is all about today's session. So we are going to start a new batch on ABAP on HANA training on April 1st. If you are interested, so or if your friends is interested, you can ask them to reach out to this number, or I'll be attaching a form in the description, attaching a form in the description. We so please kindly fill that form, and our backend team will contact you. Our backend will contact with you. So that's it for today, and we'll meet you with the next super coming exciting videos based upon. Uh, so we are going to see you SM51 different types of work processes, and we'll be seeing what are the difference between the REST versus the REST versus your SOAP. So what is the main differences between your REST versus your SOAP? So these are the two short videos that will be coming in your upcoming videos. Thank you all.